Welcome back to the channel, you curd nerds. Today, we're going to be talking about an airplane that's very near and dear to my heart as a seaplane pilot. We're going to be talking about the PBY Catalina. Now, the PBY Catalina in War Thunder is meh at best. It's a 1.3 battle rating, but in real life, it saw roles as a predominantly maritime patrol aircraft, anti-submarine warfare, and search and rescue. The PBY's long-range capabilities made it ideal for reconnaissance, convoy, and escort, and other naval duties. And currently, there are still some PBYs that hang out at air shows like Oshkosh and Sun and Fun. So if you ever get the opportunity, definitely go check those out. But let's get into the PBY in War Thunder. Let's talk about the PBY. Obviously, it had a couple different variants. You had the ones where it came with gear. You have the ones that didn't come with gear. Let's get into a couple specs, though. It typically comes with the R1830 twin Wasp radial engines. It does have a maximum speed of about 196 miles per hour. That translates to about 315 kilometers per hour for those of you who are not using the Freedom units. It's got a range of around 2,500 miles. This was an absolutely insane feat during its time. It does have a fairly low service ceiling of about 15,800 feet or about 4,800 meters. It did come with a substantial armament, though. Let's take a look at it. As you can see, when we get to X-ray mode, it comes with not only 1, 2, 3, 4. It came with a total of 4 gunners, 1 mounted underneath, 2 mounted in the pods, and then you've got 1 mounted in the nose. Dual crew, and it had plenty of ammo. Now, disappointingly, in War Thunder, it's like almost every other bomber out there. It's made of paper. And this thing, it's cool, all right? Let's get into it, and I'll show you how to use this thing and hopefully get a couple kills with it. Now, let's talk about some skills on how to actually get the PBY down on target. As you can see, we've got a couple naval targets over there. What we're going to do is we're going to stay below 218 knots because that's when the PBY's wing off light illuminates. That's when you start breaking things off of the airplane. And as you can see, our tail gunners are putting in some amazing work. Remember, if you are going to be flying the PBY for a while, upgrade your tail gunners. There's 4 of them. Make sure that they know how to get on target. But how are we going to get these torpedoes on target? We are going to use the mountains. We are going to use these mountains to duck, weave, dodge, and duck. And maybe even some weaving and ducking and diving some more to get us on target. We're going to try and sneak up around and behind these naval targets. Obviously, these guys are already on target. They're already trying to put us out of the sky. So what we need to do is slow down and get down. The reason we're slowing down is we want to make sure that we get to our maneuverable speeds. If we are too fast, so is the PBY. It will not maintain any level of agility or maneuverability at high speeds. So, see what you can, lower the speed. Around 100 knots, 110 knots is really where you're going to see the most maneuverability out of the PBY. As you can see, maintaining around 110 is working for us. We start getting up to 120, 130. Our control surfaces just don't have enough in them to get us maneuvering. Now we got a reload of torpedoes. Let's take out a couple more targets. And a double kill. A lot of people want to boom and zoom in the PBY because that's what they've experienced with other bombers in this battle rating. It is not a boom and zoom. It is a boom, slow down, hang out, stay maneuverable, stay low. Stay low. See what you can do to stay under those targeting of those anti-airs and just keep those wings rocking so that they don't actually blow off one of your wings. And come back around for another run. And drop them. And drop them. Let's see what we can do. There's those torpedoes going. It's going. It's going. And boom! Boom! So as you can see, if you are in the PBY, stay low, stay slow, stay maneuverable. So there you have it. There's your PBY. It is an absolutely amazing seaplane, a wonderful torpedo bomber, but the real thing you gotta take away from this video is you got to embrace its unique flying style. Everyone wants to boom and zoom. Everyone wants to come in nice and fast, get your bombs dropped, and get out of Dodge as quick as possible. That is not the point of the PBY. Get in there, get low, get slow, drop your torpedoes on target. And if you enjoy in-depth WarThunder breakdowns like this, you enjoy the newbie guide, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop some likes, put some comments down below on what you thought I missed, what you thought I did well. It really helps out the channel a lot. And make sure you stick around for more in-depth WarThunder content like this. And as always, keep it cheesy. Now, as we talked about earlier, the PBY does have a pretty substantial list of bombs or torpedoes that you can equip to it. It has its magnetic laid mines. It's got up to 2,000 pounds of 500-pound bombs and up to 1,600 pounds of 100-pound bombs. And then it's got its two different options for torpedoes. You've got your high drop altitude torpedoes of 2,400 feet. And then you've got your low drop altitude torpedoes of around 400 feet. So all depending on how high up you want to be when you drop these torpedoes really depends on which ones that you want to equip. The low altitude drop torpedoes do have a much lower drop speed range. So you do have to be below 111 knots if you want to use the lower drop altitude torpedoes. Now, remember, as a newbie with the PBY, it is not a dogfighter. That is not where its strengths lie. It does have pretty good low speed maneuverability, so you can use it to avoid some rounds. Just make sure you're down in that 100 knot range, or else you're just going to be blowing through all your turns and be pretty uncontrollable. But let's talk about how we actually get this thing that might as well be made out of paper down on target without getting blown up by anybody and everybody else in the sky. Now, the PBY does have a wing off light that illuminates around 218 knots. So keep that in mind when you start diving down, trying to get on your targets. Exceeding 218 in realistic will illuminate your wing off light.